We've got pics and pre-order information for Sideshow's new Batman Premium Format figure. Is it worth $600? Let's find out. Hey statue collectors, welcome back to the Secret Sanctuary. Sideshow kind of teased this Batman several times, running him by on a cart during Sideshow Live one week, showing us glimpses, but never showing us the complete statue. We got to see a few pictures about a week ago, and today we got to see a lot of pictures, and it's a fairly controversial representation of Batman. But before I go into any details, let's take a look at those pictures. Sideshow's new Batman Premium Format figure stands 21 inches tall, 10 inches wide, and 11 inches deep. The collector's edition will be $585, and the exclusive will be $600. The piece goes up for pre-order this Thursday, March 29th, between noon and 3 p.m. The edition size has not been announced, but will almost certainly be to be determined, as was the case with both Superman and Wonder Woman. I'll tell you a few things I like about this statue. They include the portrait. Some have complained that this portrait shows an older Batman. That doesn't really bother me. We've seen Batman younger and older than this. This appears to me to be a good middle ground. I also like the base. It's not a gargoyle, so it's a nice change. There's some nice details to it, and it doesn't take up too much geography. It's not huge. I also like the cape. Dave Igo from Sideshow mentioned that they spent a lot of time on this cape, and I think it has a really nice look to it. I have some concerns about the way it lays over his back, but I'll get to that later. This is a fairly controversial presentation of Batman. Some people seem to love it, some people seem to hate it, and I'll get into some details about some of the negatives to this statue in just a minute. They include the Batarang, the fact that he appears to be wearing chaps, and kind of the hunchback look that he has. What do you guys think? Is this a pre-order for you? So let's talk about DC's new Trinity. We had Wonder Woman. Everybody seems to love that Wonder Woman. It's an incredible sculpt. It looks fantastic. I think it's going to be a runaway success for Sideshow. Then we had Superman, and that was a little bit more of a mixed bag. Some people don't like that particular costume. Some want the red trunks. And of course, the red trunks are returning in Action Comics 1000, so the new continuity will be the trunks, and this statue doesn't have the trunks. And also there's that photo, the one photo from that one angle that makes it look like he has elongated man's chin, which was bothersome for a lot of people, including me. So I'm gonna have to see that statue with my own eyes in San Diego in July before I determine whether or not I'm gonna go through with my pre-order on that statue. I mean, I have pre-ordered it, but whether I'm gonna go through with that order. I wanna see that angle and see whether or not it is a problem or not. So now we have Batman, and Batman is easily the most controversial of the three. I would say that the majority of the response has been negative, mostly because it appears that Batman is wearing chaps. It's Cowboy Batman, and it's not a look that I like. I know some people are saying, hey guys, he had that in Arkham Origins, but that doesn't mean that I have to like it, and I don't. I find it distracting, and I don't want to be distracted from the good points of this statue, which I mentioned while we were looking at the pictures, the portrait, the cape, and things like that, and the base. So the other problem I have is that the Batarangs, he's got, you know, the exclusive is a Batarang in each hand. They're absolutely enormous. I mean, what would Batman want to do? I mean, is he butchering a large animal? Or, I mean, I don't understand why Batman would ever use such large Batarangs. I think it looks strange. It doesn't look like weapons that my Batman would use. So again, I find that distracting, and I find it wrong. The other problem is he has a very bulky appearance in his neck and back area. I don't know if that's the sculpt or if it's the way that this cape is laying. Dave Igo mentioned on the message board that this is the most work and the most detail they've put into a fabric cape. And I believe it. It's a really nice looking cape, and it looks like it's going to be very posable, which is great. It's probably the best looking fabric cape I've seen. But I'm concerned about this area. I don't know if that bulk is sculpt or if it's the way the cape is laying over his back and whether it can be pushed down or straightened out somehow so that he doesn't look like Quasimodo. He looks very hunched over. He looks, I don't know, his arms look enormous, his thighs look enormous, and then on top of the thighs they've had those odd black pads. There's just a lot aesthetically that seems put together in a way nothing seems to match. The mesh of the chaps area doesn't go with the top. Nothing matches, and it's distracting, and I don't think I'm going to order it. I hate to say it. You know, I've got Wonder Woman on pre-order, I've got Superman on pre-order, but I think I'm going to be displaying them with the original Sideshow Batman premium format, which is still a great statue. In fact, someone on the boards did a Photoshop of the Wonder Woman and the Superman with this first generation Sideshow premium format Batman. And I thought it looked pretty good. It looks okay. So there is the fact that this has a sculpted cape and the new Superman has fabric. But to me, that's a small concession, considering that I would never be happy with this new Batman. Some people right away said, wow, this looks fantastic, I love it, and more power to them. You know, that's great. But there are a significant number of collectors who are not liking what they're seeing and are questioning the design of this particular release. So it's too late in the game for them to make any changes. This does go up for pre-order day after tomorrow. So what you see is what you get. And my only hope is that I'm going to arrive in San Diego and I'm going to see something different than what I'm seeing in the pictures. Maybe the lighting is making it look worse than it is or something, I don't know. But he does not look like my Batman. He's too bulky. The outfit, the costume is bizarre. The batarangs freakishly big, and it's not working for me. But you might have a different opinion. I'd really like to hear it if you do, so please comment on this video and tell me what you think of this statue and whether you're going to be pre-ordering. The other issue is the price. You know, $600? This is not a detailed piece. I could kind of understand why they went for a $640 price tag on the Joker PF that was recently released or recently put up for pre-order, because there are a lot of details on that base. That pogo stick slash jackhammer has a lot going on, so I kind of get it. This one, not really. I mean, the base is nice, but there's not a lot of detail there. It's just a gravestone and like a pillar that he's standing on. I don't see the justification for this higher price tag, and $600 seems like a lot of money. But let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you guys on Facebook. I'll see you on the message boards, and have a great night. Take care, guys.